Hello guys, and today we'll be talking about the Blu-ray sales. And we'll be talking about one specific release. Last time it was Jaws. This time it's Flash Gordon. This is something I haven't seen before, Flash Gordon. I have not seen it, so I don't know what it's about. I just know it's a very popular movie. But yeah, it's number 2. That's the 4K limited, editions that they come out every now and then. Sometimes the limited editions of movies are underwhelming. I read about it. But sometimes they do give a lot of content, like the Star Wars collection. Oh, another one that is not really that great is the Infinity Saga one. That's another pretty bad one. Because, yeah, this thing is pretty bad. But yeah, there's the Godzilla one that they came out with a while ago. Now it's just Flash Gordon. I don't know anything about Flash Gordon. I think it's a TV show. I know it's a TV show and a movie. That's all I know. And yeah, we'll go down the list. Sonic is at number 4. Considering it's being outsold by Jaws and Flash Gordon, it's kind of, 4K releases of long-awaited movies and surprisingly Star Wars. Surprisingly, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is so amazing it's selling still in the top 5. I would expect it to fall out top 5 eventually because of how bad The Rise of Skywalker is. But there are those people who go out and defend it. Same with The Last Jedi, Pitch Black, 4K version. That's also coming out soon. That's a new movie. I think that's an older movie. That's finally getting a 4K release. Justice League Dark is still outselling Birds of Prey. That's a lesser release. The Invisible Man is not really doing too well. Superman the movie, another 4K re-release that is doing pretty well. Top Gun 4K re-release, and yeah, there's some other movies like Emma, Onward, Little Women surprisingly in the top 20. Trolls World Tour, despite being on streaming, streaming's so amazing, but I guess Trolls World Tour is still selling well, and that really is now for a month. So yeah, the Deer Hunter, Spartacus, Joker. I think Sonic will be number 1 on the Blu-ray sales. Writing with You, that's of course probably gonna sell among who. One Cut Dead, Poor Mail, another anime movie that will sell among who. Watchmen, but no, yeah, anime fans. Yeah, I'm gonna stop saying who. Armageddon, Star Trek, Star Treks. They actually released that on Blu-ray. Titanic, Fantasy Island. No one's buying Fantasy Island because Fantasy Island is trash. Parasite 4K, Sonic 4K, War of the Worlds 4K. Midway, despite being considered to be bad by film critics, guess what? It's still selling. That's like Godzilla King of Monsters because most people who actually watched it that are not boring film critics who say, that's a Booksmart's masterpiece and you have to accept it, or Little Woman, because it's so woke and amazing. Well, Midway has outsold both of them. If you go on the numbers, Midway outsold both of them. Doolittle, 46. And I can see why Parasite isn't selling. I can see why Parasite isn't selling because most Americans do not wanna go through watching a movie and subtitles. I bet it's selling amazing in South Korea, where it's actually from John Wick Chapters 1 for free. It used to be a Walmart exclusive. John Wick Chapter 3, 4K, Space Camp, Aquaman, Justice League. Yeah, Justice League is outselling Captain Marvel, Jumanji, Hobbs and Shaw, Birds of Prey 4K. Yeah, Birds of Prey 4K is being outsold by Justice League. It'll probably be like that in a few months, so Birds of Prey is being outsold by Justice League. Oh, Captain Marvel is on this list, surprisingly. It's being outsold by Scoob, which is not even a good movie, according to many people. I'm not going to see it. I'm probably never going to see it, because I heard it's a bad movie, so I don't want to see it. The Hunt, surprised that's selling. It's a very controversial movie. Mortal Kombat Legends. And yeah, go on the numbers. Best-selling movies. People were like, movies that critics love, like Booksmart would be selling, but nope, Midway is selling. Bad Boys for Life is selling. Zombieland is selling, okay? None of the movies that the critics gave, glowing reviews to are selling really well. The only ones that are here is Joker did get glowing reviews, is Knives Out and Void v Virality and 1917. But look at how poor Little Woman is selling. Little Woman's being outsold by John Wick Chapter 3, and that movie came out way before Little Woman came out. It's being outsold by Abominable, a movie that is just not good. And surprisingly, Birds of Prey is selling, but again, it's a comic book movie. And yeah, comic book movies that do have more, even though I'm not going to see Birds of Prey, comic book movies do have a more of appeal than Little Woman. That's probably why it's selling, because it still has characters that it still has one character people recognize over characters that nobody cares about. Let's look at the best-selling movies, okay? Best-selling movies. None of them are like Oscar bait movies, okay? You know, Dark Fate will soon be kicked out of the list. That won't be for long. Sonic or Birds of Prey will probably knock that garbage out of the list. I think Sonic will probably be the one to knock out Dark Fate out of the list, or Birds of Prey for a bit, and then Sonic will outsell Dark Fate. So 1917, considered to be a masterpiece by many people. It's one of the best war movies ever made. People even saying it might be better than Saving Private Ryan, but the stories will probably trump, that. But yeah, people are debating if 1917 is better than, Saving Private Ryan. I think this is, 1917 will be a war movie classic. It's gonna sell a lot of copies, like Hacksaw Ridge. It's selling similar to Hacksaw Ridge, it's selling like Hacksaw Ridge is another movie that is a war movie classic now. Dunkirk as well. Zombieland Double Tap. Despite Mr. Pizza Man saying how bad it is, I like the movie. Most of the people who like the first movie like the movie, and yeah, it's selling better than Dark Fate. This is Zombieland Double Tap sales. Midway, number 7. And people and movie critics bash this movie for the same reason why they bash Godzilla King of the Monsters. Too much CGI, not enough story, so it's a 0 out of 10. Bad Boy, and that's basically every critic in a nutshell. It might be bad, but yeah, I haven't seen Midway. But Bad Boys for Life, haven't seen it. It's selling extremely well on Blu-ray. It's gonna cross the 1 million mark. Marissa Mrs. Evil has Disney logo on it, so of course it's gonna sell 1 million copies. Jumanji: The Next Level. Of course, it's Jumanji is extremely popular now. It used to be forgotten, but Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle revived that franchise from the dirt, and they did it correctly, and now it's a big franchise that a lot of people love. Joker. Do I have to explain why Joker passed 1 million copies? It's freaking Joker. It's one, Joker is one of the most recognizable. Even if you ignore the reviews and ignore all the people saying how amazing Joker is still one of the most iconic villains, up there with Thanos and Darth Vader. Next is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. It does have that brand name, so of course it's number 2. And Frozen 2. Frozen is the most overrated franchise on the face of the planet, besides, on the face of the planet. And yeah, you can see those movies are not selling. Charlie's Angels being now sold by Yellowstone Season 1, and Season 2 has come out on Blu-ray already. That's Season 1 it's outselling, okay? Robin Hood. I don't know which version of Robin Hood. The new one? I gotta click on it to see which one it is. Nope, it's the old one, the way better one than the garbage new version made by Lionsgate. The Lion King, I think that's the remake that is bad. But again, it has brand name behind it. Peter Rabbit is outselling Charlie's Angels. Peppermint is outselling Charlie's Angels, which is at 74. Endgame is outselling Charlie's Angels, another movie that came out last year. Aladdin, Sorry is an old movie. And yeah, you can see that nobody... And Hustlers is even lower. The White House, yeah, it does not appear... It doesn't really... It's a movie that didn't really have the mainstream appeal. Came out against the Joker. You knew that movie was going to flop on Blu-ray. But then we have Parasite, which isn't really selling too well on Blu-ray. But again, not everybody wants to watch movies with subtitles. That's why anime movies don't really sell well on Blu-ray, because a lot of them don't provide subtitles. The only one that really sold well last year was Dragon Ball Super Broly, which of course that is Dragon Ball. Of course, is gonna sell because it is Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball is down here below How It's Against World Christmas and Abominable. Why would anyone buy that? But Abominable. And then we have the movie Booksmart. This movie was praised by critics, called a masterpiece, okay? The critics called this movie a masterpiece. Well, it really isn't, but... Yeah, Booksmart is the least funny comedy I have seen in a while. And look at its abysmal video sales. These are its abysmal video sales Booksmart's come out against. And it came out a weekend as well. It came out against Ma, and it came out against Men in Black International, a big disappointment as a whole. So yeah, Booksmart. Even with the critics, all the critics behind it, all the film YouTubers saying how amazing Booksmart is, putting in the best movies of the year, it still couldn't move copies. It still couldn't move more copies than Detective Pikachu on its 5th weekend. It couldn't move more copies than Brightburn, a movie that was hated by everybody. So yeah, this is why I don't really watch film critics, because they're just a bunch of fools now. Booksmart, they call it Booksmart, they said Booksmart's gonna become a classic, where the movie didn't even sell on Blu-ray. No one watched. Here's a question. How can a movie become a classic if it doesn't even sell on Blu-ray? If no one, or sell anywhere, if it doesn't sell, it's not going to become a classic, okay? It might become a cult classic, but Booksmart is more like a cult classic than an actual classic, because it's not going to become a classic. And I'm surprised that in Wikipedia's list of cult classic movies, Zombieland isn't one. Zombieland isn't listed on here. Yeah, go here. If you go here, Zombieland would be Z. Zombieland is not a cult classic movie, even though it is considered a cult classic movie. But fucking Zootopia is. It made fun of. Fucking Zootopia is considered a cult classic, but not Zombieland. Okay, when Zootopia was a massive hit, it made $1 billion. I know movie. I can Shrek. I can see why Shrek is considered a cult classic, because Shrek has that meme appeal. It has the meme appeal. The meme appeal, which of course makes it a cult classic. And yeah, memes, we can't argue with the memes. Shrek was very successful. The memes, of course, trump any logic. So memes are more important than, everything else. But if you look at here, and let's go to B, which I think the B movie is listed as a cult classic because of memes and memes alone. And yeah, if you look here, Booksmart is not even listed as a cult classic because nobody likes Booksmart. I actually could go see. Yeah, Booksmart is not listed here. Booksmart is not listed as a cult classic, even though they said how great Booksmart is. Booksmart is not considered a cult classic movie, okay? I think the B movie's on here. Is that here? But yeah, Zombieland, for some reason, is not considered a cult classic. There was really... Even though, basically, even Sony themselves said that Zombieland had a cult following, even though it's... Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And I can see if Godzilla is listed as a cult classic. I think the Godzilla, you can't really, call Godzilla has a lot of mainstream appeal. But Shrek does too, so yeah, Godzilla. Oh, Godzilla King of the Monsters did make it on the cult classic movie. I gotta make that into a separate video. And yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye.